Ladies and gentlemen, very good afternoon. Coming to you live this afternoon. It's almost 5 p.m., 10 to 5 I think. In Dubai, we are at the Intercontinental Dubai Marina. Checked in a couple of days ago after a rather busy night. We had a rather busy day actually. Started off in, if you remember, those of you who are following the story, we started in, where were we, Sammy? I forgot. 3 days ago after the long flight we did. Olbia. Man, it's been a long rotation. I'm already forgetting stuff. So we were in Olbia, and from there, some of you guessed correctly, North Africa. A lot of you said Morocco, but Casablanca wasn't the correct city. It was actually Marrakesh. From Marrakesh, we picked up our passengers, flew them to Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, and then from there it was a ferry leg to Dubai. Arriving in Dubai around, I think it must have been about 2 a.m. in the morning, so by the time we got to the hotel it was approaching 4. So pretty long day, pretty long night as well actually, so not much sleep yesterday, and then it was another late night flight or late evening flight last night. Our first visit for myself and Sammy. Let me just turn the video. I mean, this guy's been amazing. He's been with me, putting up with me for the whole 17 days. Sammy, there he is. Mr. Cool, that's all you can say. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, we had both of us, our first trip to Iraq last night. It was Erbil, which, as many of you will know if you know the story behind the whole Iraq debacle over the last couple of decades. Up till recently, it's been a pretty less dangerous hotspot with lots of extremists hanging around. But I certainly felt things seem to be much improved up there. The airport itself is very secure, and we felt safe whilst we were there. It was basically just in and out, and yeah, we didn't stay. It was a quick turnaround, and then back to Dubai. Arrived back here at Al Maktoum Airport at just about 3 a.m. and so by the time we got to the hotel, we were looking around just before 5 a.m. So pretty tired, not much sleep today. There was breakfast, and as it is with the hotels that we tend to use, especially in the Middle East, you always find some other crews hanging around. So there was a lovely crew this morning and a good friend of mine who used to be my housemate when I lived in Newcastle with Eastern Airways. We used to call it the Big Brother house simply because there were a lot of aircrew that moved in and out at various stages. Anyway, Malia, who's a very good friend of mine, she was the cabin hostess, and it was good to see her. And we're going to have dinner tonight at around 7:30. A couple of our crews that are here are going to join together just to spend a little bit of time together before Sammy and I proceed home after our 17 days. In fact, it'll be 16 because we're getting home a day early. Back to Sammy is obviously from Finland, or if you didn't know, he's from Finland. Anyway, and I'll be going back to Manchester and then on to my home in Sheffield. Departure is around 2:45 a.m. Wow, so we're not going to get a lot of sleep later on actually, so I'll probably leave the hotel around midnight. And from Amsterdam then we'll part ways and get the flight to Manchester. Obviously now with the restrictions and Dubai being on the red zone for the UK, there's further checks that have to be done in Amsterdam before we can board the flight. Fortunately, being aircrew, we're considered as essential workers, so no need to do any hotel quarantine or quarantine at home, although we're supposed to do some rapid tests every few days. I think day 2, day 5 and 8, something like that. And then hopefully home for a couple of weeks, and then see where we end up after that. Who knows who I'll be flying with next month. It's been an interesting rotation. Started off in New York, as you know, a few days there. Fortunately, not too many long distance flights. This time we flew once across the Atlantic to Corfu, and then it was a few flights around Europe and Middle East, which has made, certainly for the jet lag situation, it's been a lot easier. I'm just going to swing the camera around, let give you a view of where I'm actually sat. So this is the pool at the Intercontinental. Sammy's decided to take a dip. He's been rather energetic today and spent some time in the gym. I've been lazy and given it a miss. I did it yesterday, so I'll just take that as my bit done for the week. There's obviously, as you know, if you've even been to Dubai or not, lots of high rises around. I'll give you a quick tour around the marina. So looking down towards the water, it's not a bad view actually. So there you go. That I think leads out towards the creek. I'm not sure. The geography is a little bit unfamiliar. I've not looked at it too much. And then you pan around and you've got the rest of the marina with the malls across the street and so on. One thing you find about Dubai, there's pretty much a mall just around every corner, and most of the time there's all the similar shops. Just going to spin the camera back around towards me. Yeah, so you'll find all the normal shops that you find anywhere in the world, which is yeah, it's kind of okay. But if you want traditional, then I think if you go downtown to the old part of Dubai Dera, I think it's called, there's lots of old traditional shops and souks there, lots of gold shops. If you're into investing in gold or buying gold, everybody likes that. Well, I say everybody, certainly ladies like that. Yeah, the temperature's been pretty hot this week. I was supposed to meet up with my brother. Some of you may know that my youngest brother lives here. He's been here for about 15 years now. Unfortunately, as I flew in from Riyadh, the following morning, a few hours later, he was flying to Riyadh. He's the vice president for Huawei, the Chinese tech company, and they have some large projects going on at the moment in Saudi, so he's had to go out there. Hopefully catch up with him another time. Caden, yes, still on tour. It's the last day. Well, last day here, and then flying home late, well, in the early hours of the morning. To spend some time back at home. I hear the weather in the UK has been pretty nice over the last week or so, so I'm hoping it'll stay. The last time I got home it was pretty wet and miserable for the whole 2 weeks. But hopefully it's going to be a nice summer. I can get the barbecue out in the garden again, fire that up and have some barbies, get the family and friends around. So that'll be nice, something to look forward to. Whatever else you guys are doing, I hope you're having fun, and I'm just going to sort of say my farewells on this rotation. You know, generally when I'm home I tend to be a little bit quiet on Instagram because there's not much to report other than spending time with family. Which part of Europe? It's in UK. Steve, yeah, you never know, I might see it at Meadow Hall. I'm always down there, it's just around the corner. So if you're around, give me a shout. And in fact, send me a message, it'd be good to meet up with you for a coffee or something. Yeah, it's been pretty hot. Talking about the temperature, I think it's been up in the late, high 30s and low 40s. This time of day it's not too bad. I can actually sit outside without breaking too much of a sweat. Although for those pilots amongst you who come fly to the Middle East, you know that if you leave the aircraft sat on the ramp for any length of time, even a few hours with the engine switched off, when you get back on board, it's like walking into an oven and you feel like a chicken being roasted. Anyway guys, I'm going to say farewell. I'll spin the camera around so Sammy can say his farewells, and hopefully sometime in the future we might end up flying together, and then we can update you again. So spin the camera around. Sammy, say bye to our friends who have been following us around.
See you next time.
Yeah, I hope so. And also from me, ladies and gentlemen, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thanks for following me around. If you are on YouTube anytime, I've got a little bit of a YouTube channel going. So if you can follow that, the information is on my Insta profile there. And I hope to see you again soon. Madia, hello to you too. Alright guys, all the best. Take care. It's a goodbye from me until next time. Bye bye.